Yes. Okay, so what is a trapezoid? You've learned about this shape since back in elementary school. It is a quadrilateral. Now, quadrilateral means the polygon with how many sides? Four. A polygon with 4 sides. It is not a parallelogram. It is not a parallelogram. So here's the parallelograms. Oh, no. Here are the parallelograms. A trapezoid is not a parallelogram. Okay, so that being said, it's a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of opposite parallel sides. Okay, why does it say exactly one pair? Because if it had 2 pair of opposite parallel sides, what would it be called? A parallelogram. All right, so let's get our shape down.
Opposite what?
Parallel sides.
How did you just pull it out?
Because you can.
So was that your daughter yesterday?
Oh, that was my niece.
Oh, your niece?
What?
What? No, I haven't. Where does she live?
No, she came out to help me with some paperwork. She graduated Kerman High last year.
Oh, she's... Oh, I thought she was like 14.
I won't tell her that.
Oh, happy.
Kerman High, yes. She's a lion.
How old is she? 18?
Yeah.
I never liked her. Jerry did. Oh my god. He didn't like her. You're drunk. Except you, Miss Roy. You're drunk. You just think you're gonna be one-on-one.
Okay. Enough with the one-on-one. You guys gotta record it.
Oh, it's recording.
That's not what I said. Okay, I said you need to record your game tomorrow. Put the chair down, please, Nate. Shh. Okay, base 1, base 2, leg and leg, A, B, C, D. All right, what we need to know.
Isn't it like base 1 times base 2?
Okay, you're thinking of the formulas for area, yes, but that's different from what we're going to do. I need the talking to stop. Okay, what you will need to know is angle A plus angle D equals 180. Why are these supplementary? I forgot to put my parallel markings in there. But do you see the C shape here?
Yeah.
And are the arms of my C parallel? If the arms of your C are parallel, then these angles are supplementary. Okay? Now, is D and C supplementary? These are the arms of the C. Are those arms parallel?
Oh, wait, no.
No. So are D and C supplementary? No, but C does have a supplementary. C and B plus C equals 180. Why? Because when you make your C shape for those angles, your arms of your C are parallel. A and D, there's your arms. Same side interior angles are supplementary. B and C, when you make your slanted C, the arms of your C are parallel. Supplementary angles, same side interior angles are supplementary. Questions? Yes.
You can only do it to the legs, or?
Yes. You can only do it with the angles that share a leg. So not the angles that share the base. So A and B are not supplementary. Just the 2 angles that share the leg. Do you guys understand his question? Yes. So A and D share a leg, they're supplementary. B and C share a leg, they are supplementary. Are D and C supplementary? No, they don't share a leg, they share a base. Are A and B supplementary?
No.
Same reason. All right, are we good? Can I move on?
Yes.
Okay, next thing we're going to talk about is isosceles trapezoid. Isosceles trapezoid. Okay, so you guys know what an isosceles triangle is, yes? Congruent legs, leg, leg, and the base side. Do you guys remember that? And these were my base angles. Do you guys remember that? Yeah. Leg, leg, congruent, base side, base angles, and this up here was called the vertex angle. All right, similar. It's a trapezoid, so there's still exactly one pair of opposite parallel sides, but your legs are congruent. All right, so what's different? It still has exactly one pair of opposite parallel sides, these here, but your legs are congruent. I'm going to call this A, B, C, D. All right, now an isosceles trapezoid is just like the regular trapezoid as far as your supplementary angles. So angle A plus angle D is still what?
180.
180 for the same reason as before. The arms of your C are parallel, so these two are supplementary. All right, what's the next one? Angle B plus angle C is 180. And again, for the same reason as before, B and C here, the arms of the C are parallel, which means the angles are supplementary. Questions on this before I move on to the new part of isosceles trapezoids? Okay. Okay. Next thing we're going to get down is something different. Do you see how these base angles are congruent in an isosceles triangle? Same thing here. These base angles are congruent. Now, are those the only set that are congruent?
No.
What other set are congruent? A and B. So it has two sets of base angles. I'm going to put a note here. Base angles are congruent. Base angles are congruent. So now earlier we said these are not supplementary. Now they're still not supplementary, but they are congruent. So D and C and A and B. So if they share a base, they are congruent. All right, so I'm going to write that down over here. Angle D, not plus, but is congruent to angle C. Angle A is congruent to which angle? B. Questions?
That's only when they're asking what's congruent.
We're going to use that when they're asking us to find missing angles.
I'll be back.
Use your stuff, not probably. Okay. All right.
It's cold.
Okay, moving on. A quick example. Find the missing angles. Please stop. Okay. Is this a trapezoid?
Yes.
That's an isosceles trapezoid.
Okay, you're being more specific. She is correct. She said no, it's an isosceles trapezoid. So is it a trapezoid? Yes. Is it more specifically an isosceles trapezoid? Yes, because of those markings. All right, I'm going to give you this angle right in here. Let me label A, B, C, D, and I'm going to give to you that angle is D is 60 degrees, and that's the only one I'm giving you. It only giving you one angle. If it's an isosceles trapezoid, which this is that enough to find all the other angles? Okay. One other angle here is equal to 60. Which one is it? Angle A, because these are your base angles, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Angle A equals 60 degrees. Does everybody see that? Why are they 60? Because again, these are like these two down here, the base angles. All right. Are D and C also congruent?
No.
No, but what do we know about D and C? It's like these two here. They add up to 180. Good job. So I'm going to put over here, we know that angle D plus angle C are supplementary. Angle D is 60. Angle C we don't know, but I'm sure some of you can do that math in your head. If D is 60, what is C? 120. Do we have to show our work?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Okay, so what is angle C? 120. All right, is that it? Is that all we had to find?
No.
No? Angle C is 120. What other angle do we need?
B and D.
D was given to us. What is B?
B
Is also 120. Why is that? Base angles are congruent. Hello, Mrs. Torres. Yes. I'm doing pretty good. About yourself? Mm-hmm. Instead of... Okay, I'll let my husband know. He'll be the one taking them. Bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye. Okay.
Oh.
What?
Princess colors.
What do you mean out
Miss
there?
Torres, who took my jacket?
Oh.
Someone took your jacket?
Christmas colors.
Oh, I thought you said Christmas killers or Princess.
Oh. All right, I'll tell you right now. Shh. All right. Are we good? Quickly. All right, guys. I am recording, so please let's stop. Turn around. Nate and Jared, where's the jacket? Now, because I saw you walk over here,
Their jacket right here.
and I saw you put it by Nate. Nate, go get it. How are you going to throw it on the floor? Who does that?
It wasn't even me.
Why do you have a carrot?
You two were the ones that had it. I saw you guys.
We had it on the desk, and then somebody put it on the chair.
All right. Yes. No. Okay. For the mid-segment to work, it just has to be a trapezoid. It doesn't have to be an isosceles trapezoid, just a trapezoid. A, B, C, and D. All right, A, B, C, D. Now, if you remember our mid-segment formula from when we did Unit 4, I'm going to put it up here really quick. It's okay, I'll put that back up in just a second. The formula was you doubled the mid-segment to equal the base. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Double the mid-segment to equal the base. Yes? Double the mid-segment to equal the base. Yes or no? Right here, double the mid-segment we distributed to equal the base. Same thing here. So let's get our mid-segment in. I'm going to do the best I can. Okay, I'm going to call this M and this N. I'm telling you right now that MN is the mid-segment. Either they're going to say, hey, this is the mid-segment, or they'll put markings like this. If it doesn't say mid-segment, but it gives you these markings, is that enough?
No.
You should know that this is the mid-segment. Because these two are congruent, which means it's the midpoint there. These two are congruent, which means N is the midpoint for BC. Therefore, MN is the mid-segment. Yes? All right. So let's label some pieces. We're going to call this base 1. We're going to call this one down here base 2. And the middle is called the mid-segment. All right. And here's the formula. Are you ready? Yeah. Super easy. I will slow down just a smidge. It's the exact same as the one I just showed you for the triangle. You double the base, you double the mid-segment to equal the base. Double the mid-segment. Now how many bases do I have here?
2.
So we add those up. Base 1 plus base 2. Now, I'm going to repeat that. Double the mid-segment equals the sum of your bases. You double the mid-segment and it equals the sum of your bases. Got it? Okay. No, it doesn't make sense?
No, I got it.
Okay. I'm going to do a quick solve for x problem. Now, I had kids say, well, it doesn't look like a trapezoid, but I have one set of opposite sides that are parallel. Is this a trapezoid?
Yes.
Yes. It's like almost like a parallelogram, but that side goes out longer.
It takes great skill.
Stop it. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna put markings here, here. Are those markings enough to know that this segment right here is the mid-segment?
Yes.
Yes. All right, I'm going to label. The top, the base 1 is 2x plus 1. The mid-segment is 2x plus 4. And the base 2 is 3x plus 2. I haven't done anything yet. Base 1 is 2x plus 1. The mid-segment, bless you, is 2x plus 4. And the base 2 is 3x plus 2. So far, so good? All right, using our formula, which one do we double? The base or the mid-segment?
2x plus 4.
2x plus 4 equals the sum of the bases or the product of the bases?
The sum.
Sum. So 2x plus 1 plus 3x plus 2. Do you guys see that? Double the mid-segment equals the sum of the bases. Double the mid-segment equals base 1 plus base 2. All right, what do I do with this 2?
You distribute.
Distribute. 4x plus 8 equals 5x plus what?
5x plus 3.
Plus 3. I'm going to let you guys solve that now. Move things around. Okay.
Wow.
You did say it.
All right, what do I subtract?
4x, 3.
4x, and that gives me x plus 3 equals 8. What do I subtract? 3. What does x equal?
5.
5. I do not have to plug in because it just says solve for x. Any questions? Okay. This last piece, I want you to write down. This last piece is review, but you do need it for today's worksheet. I didn't say that. Okay. Sum of the interior angles, sum of the exterior angles. Sum of the interior angles, sum of the exterior. Does anybody remember the interior formula? It was n minus 2 times 180. All right, you need to know it. Exterior was super easy all day long. It doesn't matter the number of sides. It's just 360.
Oh,
You guys are a step ahead of me when you're saying over. All right. Here is each
oh yeah.
interior angle or each exterior angle. And both of these have to be regular polygons, meaning all sides and angles are the same. Regular. All right. What's another word they're going to use instead of each? We talked about it last time. An or one. All right. Now, if I'm looking for one angle, what do I do with this n minus 2 times 180?
Put it over n.
I put it over n. If I divide by the number of angles or the number of sides, will it give me the measure of each individual angle?
Yes.
Yes? Same thing here. I take the 360 and divide it by n. Again, if 360 is the total of all of them put together, and I divide by the number of angles, will I end up with each individual angle?
Yes.
All right. What do these two have in common? They both
They
deal
both are
with
sum.
the sum. These deal with
Each.
each. These have in common
N minus 2.
the interior.
Yeah. Oh.
And
yeah.
these two have in common
Exterior.
exterior. All right. Any questions?
Yes, leave it up.